video today showing how I style my Pixie haircut. You guys had asked what I would do for an everyday style. So this is it. This is kind of what I do every single day, and I really like it. It's super easy, but I wanted you to know what it comes to. I think it comes to like 5 minutes every day, which is really cool. I didn't spend that long on my hair before. I know it probably looked like I did, but to be honest, I didn't spend much time on my hair before because I usually set it the night before, and I usually just kind of did an everyday thing where I would just do a simple brush out. But that said, I really am enjoying the simplicity of this and the kind of the fact that it's usually the same just about every day. But yeah, it's super easy and quick. I wanted to just do this video so you could kind of see what I do every day, and also because my hair is so fine and completely straight, what I did to give it a little bit of texture and to make it look a little thick. You guys had mentioned how thick it looked in the last video, and I think a lot of that has to do with product. So I wanted to let you know what I've been using. For shampoo, I've been using just a sulfate-free shampoo like I always have. I think right now I'm using the L'Oreal Everpure, I think is what it's called. But the conditioner that I'm using is actually just the Aussie Hair Insurance, the spray conditioner. I'm not using a thick conditioner except for once a week. I do use my L'Oreal Preference, the conditioner that comes with my hair color. I'm using that once a week. Conditioner tends to, because my hair is so fine and thin, it kind of weighs it down. So the Hair Insurance is just a very lightweight conditioner that I do on an everyday basis, and then I'll do the deep conditioning once a week. And I find that that's all it needs right now. Of course, it's only been a couple of weeks, so who knows. But anyway, I am doing that for now. And then as far as styling goes, you'll see that in this video. I blow dry it, I style it, and I'm using some products that I'm really loving. The product that I love the most, and that I don't believe you can probably get, it's not readily accessible. My stylist does have a stock of it. However, it's not something you can just get, and that's the Aussie, or not the Aussie, the Sahag Sculpt Nourishing Mousse. This is the one that I did a whole video about because it's my favorite setting lotion of all time. It works wonderfully in high humidity and for wet sets, on longer hair of course, and so I still had a lot of this left, so I'm still using this, and I'll show you in the video how much I use each time that I towel dry my hair. But if you cannot find this, what I would say to use is something that is humidity resistant in its hold, but is a mousse sort of consistency. I find that that's working really well as a styling aid for me to lend texture, but also when my hair is longer it does as well. So I'm using the Motion's foaming wrap lotion when I do wet sets occasionally, but for the most part I've just been using this. So a good flexible hold, high humidity resistant mousse. It works really well as a setting lotion for the most part. And then this product, which my friend Houston at work gave me, is the Texturizing Sea Spray, the Awapuhi Wild Ginger Texturizing Sea Spray from Paul Mitchell. I like to add a little bit of pieceiness after I finish running through it, and you'll see me do that in the video as well, and this of course aids in that. A nice little water soluble wax would work really well for that as well, and I just find that it kind of stays put all day, and I really like it, and it kind of lends a little bit of volume. I can mess with it and it get wind blown and it doesn't really do much to it, so I'm really loving that about it. And then my hairspray I'm using is still the Vintage Glam hairspray. It's not as integral to my style as it used to be when my hair was longer. However, this is still my favorite hairspray. So that's all on that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be a couple of more short hair tour videos coming up, including one about my favorite short hair accessories, so look for that in the next couple of weeks as well. And then I've got some great long hair styles for you girls from before I cut my hair that are also coming up, so look forward to those. And I've also got a summer favorites products video for you as well, so we'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I prep my hair. I know you can't tell here, but my hair is only towel dried. It looks completely dry. That's because my hair is so thin. But I'm putting my Sahag Sculpt mousse, and you can use any mousse like I said, but this is the one that works best for me. So I'm putting that all through my hair and just kind of working it through and sweeping it off of my face. That kind of lends to volume. So now I'm going to get the hair dryer out, and I'm going to start sort of blow drying upward from the sides and down from the top. And I'm blowing in the direction that my natural part goes, which is, as you can see, to my left. and I blow it dry that way because I do have cowlicks, so I need to make sure that I control those by taming them when they're still damp. And so I'm going through and I'm blow drying all of my hair, like I said, using downward motions from the top, and then when I go to the sides, I tend to go upwards. And then when I get to a point where it's at a certain dryness, I'll actually start to put some volume in there by lifting with my fingers and drying it that way on the top, because by then all of the direction is already there. And I could use a brush to do this. I know Robin used a brush to do it whenever she was styling me, but I just find that it's easier for me to use my hands. So that's that part, and I'm sorry about the lighting change. I look all gray and stuff. I tried to fix that in editing, but it's just the way that the lighting was going after a cloud passed over. Okay, so now I take a very small curling iron, and this is a curling iron that I have had for years and years and years, but it's hot, so I keep it. And I just go under in all of the little areas where I feel like that it sort of tends to kick out. And this just lends a little bit of texture, and not even really curl, just really just texture and just kind of control. And then I use 3 brushes. I use pull the hair out first. I use the Denman styling brush just to kind of go through the curls that I created with the curling iron, or the texture that I created with the curling iron. I use that first just to break it up. And then I go through with the kind of barrel brush that I have. And I have never used this brush much since I started doing retro styles, but I've noticed that for this it works really well. I just kind of brush upward first to get that volume in there, and then I brush back and down just in the direction that I want it to go. And I think it makes it look a lot shinier than the other brush does that I have. So yeah, and then I just sort of aim the sides behind my ears. I don't like the little sideburns that a lot of girls with pixie cuts have had in the past. I know Mia Farrow always wore a little bit of a sideburn. I never really cared for that, so I'm pushing it behind my ears, using a little hairspray on my fingers. Pomade works really well for this as well, and then sort of pushing it over. You'll see me do this a whole lot with my fingers. Actually, after I have product on them, you will see me do this a whole lot. And then I'll kind of spray all over with my hairspray just to give it some control, and then I'll push up to work with the volume. And I'll do that several times as well. And now I'm taking my texturizing product, spraying it on my fingers, and then going through that as well to kind of give it a little bit of pieciness. And again, I just really like the texture that this creates. You can use a wax, you can use whatever product you like, and then I sort of push it up again with my fingers. And I've noticed that when I do this, the volume tends to stay throughout the day. And now I take a comb and just kind of slice through it. The comb slice thing actually, I feel like, makes the pieciness more evident. And you'll see it looks smoother here. I probably went back over it with a brush. I don't know why I edited that out, but anyway, the general feel is still going to be the same. But yeah, I just pick at it with my fingers and pull through it with my comb until I get to a point that I like it, and it generally takes me, after it's dry, it usually takes me about 5 minutes, and I like it. Anyway, that's styling my pixie, and I hope that that's helpful to some of you who have very fine, straight hair, because you can do a pixie.
Anybody see a girl run through here?